Hey y'all, I hope everybody is well. I hope everyone's having a blessed day and a great day. If you're not, don't worry. It only can go up. Your day, I pray, does get better for you. Happy Tuesday. Today's Tuesday. Today I actually kind of took me a mental day, I guess you want to say, from work. Very important, okay guys, very important. Sometimes I do take a mental day, whereas though I will switch out with a colleague for work. And I desperately been needing these days more than ever, like the current few weeks. In the last few weeks, it's just been a lot for me. In the process of moving to a new unit. Work has been extremely stressful. You guys know all that's going on with politics. It's just been a lot, but God is good. Praise God. All is well. All will be well. That's why I tell you guys, just, keep pushing. So I'm just flowing today, kind of freestyling. I like to just freestyle because sometimes when you just freestyle, that's the best time when you're trying to like make a YouTube video or give a message or whatever the case may be. My message is more about like today, like healing hurts. Okay? Yeah, that's a good one. I know some of y'all heard that. I'm like, yeah, it does. Healing hurts. You can have people say that it doesn't, that it's an easy process, that they're okay with being alone. Listen, again, healing hurts. Let me try to fix this lighting, y'all, real quick. Oh, there I am. There he is. Okay. Yeah, so healing definitely hurts. Just because you're hurting doesn't mean you're not healing. It's a combination. It's like a balance. You got to have a balance with it. I decided to talk about this topic today because I just find myself sometimes just thinking about my past, thinking about my growth, thinking about my trials, tribulations, challenges. And then, how I've overcome so many challenges, so many setbacks I've had in life, but then also so many blessings that God has poured into my life during these times and even now. Healing hurts. Oh my gosh. So sometimes I just find myself reminiscing and thinking and even thinking about the future and what I want out of my life and just where I am currently. And it makes me something. I go through a lot of different emotions sometimes when I'm going through this. It's called reflection or reflective periods in my life, and it brews a lot of emotions. I go from sometimes I'm happy, or I'll start right where I am, like that specific day. I'll run the day back of what I'm feeling, what happened that upset me, what could have made me, what I could have done differently, if I could have done anything differently. Sometimes you can't do anything differently. You've done all the good and all that you could have done, y'all, and the results are still sometimes the results. Okay, so yeah, I just, I watched this video as well that kind of, and I'll get there, it kind of brought it full force for me. All right, so sometimes, you just thinking and you're like, for me, I'm now 31. I'm not married. I don't have children. I do want to be married. I do want children. So sometimes I'm like, God, what's going on? I do feel like I'm getting a little up in age. And I know people are going to say, that's still young. But it's like, too, when I work around certain people or, I see the youth, love your youth, okay? Love your youth. Take care of yourself. Focus on what matters. Let people go that need to be let go early. Oh gosh, if I could do so much over again, Lord knows I would. All right, and I'm sure a lot of you would too. Your youth, you don't get back. That just, at this point of being 31, I'm just really understanding the significance of time. You can just never get back. Like, you can get a lot of things back. You can, You get your ex back, you know, you get your job back, you know, you can get, I don't know, back at the top of the class, and grades, good grades back. But time, you're just never going to get that back. Once it's gone, it's gone. Right? Like, once it's gone, it's gone. All right? So just definitely me trying to be more cautious and more, what can I say? What am I trying to say? More aware, more attentive to what I spend my time on, you know? So it's like with healing, I feel like a lot of times if I wouldn't have stayed in certain situations and would have done things and let people go and let places and things go earlier, I could be a lot further. Things could be very different right now for me in life. But again, I do believe that God is the author of our lives and that he does know, you know, perfect timing. And that is hard. That is hard. Oh my gosh, trusting perfect timing, trusting God's timing is so difficult at times, because God doesn't just come and tell us like, oh, next year you're going to be here, you're going to be married, you're going to have the children you always wanted, and your marriage is going to be awesome and great. Or next year this person is going to pass away, or next year your marriage is going to fall apart, or, you know, it's just, we don't know until, you know, until we get there. And that faith walk and faith journey, whoo, that thing is not meant for the weak. That's why I feel like a lot of times people decide to go the other way and not do that journey and walk with God, because that requires a lot. It requires to whom much is given, much is required. Yes, y'all. So that's a real thing. That's a real word. All right. So again, healing hurts, and I say that because I look back and I reminisce on things, and I have had a very trying and difficult, complex life from childhood. All right. And sometimes in life you're healing from things that you never even asked to be hurt from. Follow what I'm saying? Sometimes you're healing from things you never even asked to be hurt from. Now, why I say that way is because, you know, we get into relationships and things like that, and we go to the job we know we weren't supposed to go to. That hurts. You know, we feel some kind of way. We break up with the person leaves us. Person does something that we kind of had down for their character, or many of signs were shown. That's what I mean. Like, those are the things, like, you know, you hurt from that you asked for. You don't necessarily ask for the pain, but it's like, okay, signs was there, but you insisted on continuing moving forward with that person or place or thing. You know, the things that we heal from that we never asked for. I mean, growing up in maybe abusive household, or it could be maybe you grew up in foster care, or maybe you didn't have a choice but to survive on your own. Those kind of things, and etc. Okay, so yeah, there are times when you're healing and you're like trying to figure out who you are as just a person, who you are as just a being, and you're trying to work through hurt. And in life, you're working through hurt, but you're hurting people because you're hurt. You're not intentionally doing it. A lot of times people are not intentionally trying to hurt people or people they love. People are genuinely confused and angry, and triggers still exist. And there's a lot that plays into that. So the more that I have become older, or the more that I'm aging, that's still not guys, but you get my point. The more I'm just really taking the time to reflect and see where I could have done a lot of things differently. You have habits, okay? Habits that play into your pain, your hurt sometimes, right? Example, using my life. Don't know about you guys' life, but when I talk about this, maybe you guys should think about it and start Sometimes you gotta write things down, you know, to be like, start here to get there, or let's start right in the center, or let's start over there to bring us to the center. However, whatever works for you. But I always used to cling to somebody. I never took time when in relationships. I would jump right into another relationship. That relationship ended, jump into another relationship. It was that feeling of that need of needing somebody to heal me. Okay, nobody. Let me bring my head, drop it, and bring it back up. Nobody, no physical being is going to heal you. They can help, contribute, but if you don't know that you need healing, nobody can heal you. People can tell you you're toxic. People can tell you you need help. People can tell you need therapy. People can tell you you need X, Y, and Z. But if you do not see that for yourself, or see like there is a disconnect between myself and happy, or healthy and you know, like just healthy emotions, a healthy lifestyle. There are, and a lot of people grow up in this world, and we grow up in toxicity. There's a lot of people who are growing up in toxic homes and environments and all neighborhoods, all kinds of things. And a lot of this stuff, guys, I speak from my experience. This doesn't apply to everybody. Some people are actually growing up in healthy homes and great neighborhoods. That's not my story. But I hope that doesn't change you guys, you know, listening to actually try to understand other people whose stories that story exists for, like myself. So, you know, you do at times, your parents are, you know, experience the same thing you're currently experiencing. You know, they had you in this neighborhood. You know, sometimes 9 times out of 10, they went through the same thing in this neighborhood. They were raised in this neighborhood. That's why you're in the neighborhood. Or some of the toxic traits that they passed down, or toxic behaviors, you pay attention to how things were handled in the household, how disagreements was handled, how there were no apologies ever given. So that becomes some kind of normalcy, and it's not consciously, you're not consciously like, oh yeah, I'm not going to apologize to my children, even though, you know, I always wanted an apology. That's why a lot of times people are reflecting and people are trying to change the norm, what we consider norm, the normalcy, the normal life, this is just what it is. People are now very adamant about changing culture, changing the way cultures are seen, changing the way that their children are seeing them, changing the way that the youth are seeing them. You know, if you're wrong, apologize. Yes, if you're wrong, apologize. I don't care if your child is 2 or 3. I don't care if, you know, your partner is very emotionally strong. It doesn't matter. Apologize. Be that person to say, I understand that you have feelings. I understand your feelings are not the same as mine, even if you can articulate your feelings. And I speak for children and also people who are, you know, maybe silently deal with their emotions and their pain. They're not as verbal as you may be. Respect that. Understand. Try to understand that they still have feelings. They may not vocalize them all the time. They may show them or express them differently than you. But we all have feelings. We all are living beings. We all are created with some kind of feelings. If you're not, please stay away from me, because something's not right. All right, but that's the thing. So back to sum it up, guys. Just like when you're healing from things, it's not easy. You're like going to fail sometimes, but then when you fail, you fall hard, you beat yourself up hard. You're like, oh, I'm not making progress because I failed. That's not true. Okay, healing it hurts. You have to be that person to pinpoint. You have to pinpoint, and it's hard sometimes. Sometimes you do need therapy. I know for me, I need God. I need God. I need therapy too, but definitely, I I consult with God, all jokes aside, because the things that I have experienced and the things I have gone through and the pain that I have cried when no one's around, like the pain I cried. You can cry pain, okay? Just meaning the tears you cry, okay? Just only God himself can hear and heal some of the things that I need healing with. And that's not easy. You know, that's not always the easiest thing to do. But you have to find what works for you, what outlet works for you. I always say, I don't want to grow up and be 50, 60, 70 and just be this toxic individual and never knew what happy could be, like deep, like joy, like deep down. You see my Selena shirt, guys? God rest her soul, she's beautiful. But deep down inside, like I need to know what joy feels like. Like I need to know what a healthy outlook on, you know, growing up in a healthy household. I need to see these things in my lifetime, like close to me though. You know, like I need to see it. If I haven't seen it or I can't get to that close to see it thus far, I'm going to create it. All right, so sometimes, guys, you look for something that you have to create. You're looking for, you know, things to just be different, or the way you talk to your children to be different, the way you interact with people to be different, the way you apologize to be different. Like you're looking for to see these things. I mean, you're looking for people to, you know, like, oh, I want to see how they handle that situation. Baby, sometimes you're never going to see it. You're going to be the one to do it. That's that generational curse breaker. Yeah, understand that too. That title, baby, that thing ain't nothing to play with. If any of my black sheeps out there, if you're a black sheep, raise your hand. Raise. Okay, so those black sheeps, I always like to say, people follow me. People love to look at a black sheep as a black sheep, but in reality, we really the gold sheeps. Right? Follow me. It's deep. You know, I like to be fly a little bit with my thinking. A lot of it. Okay, so the ones that you really think are the black sheep are really the gold sheeps. Because the black sheep are the one that break the curses. The black sheep are the one that show that things are possible. The black sheep are the one that make change. The black sheep are the one that go through all the pain. The black sheep go through the healing. The black sheep obtain and reach goals and achievements that, oh man, y'all know. So the black sheeps are really the gold. You can be black, gold, purple, whatever color you want to pick, but those are the ones that stand out. And with that comes a lot of rejection, a lot of pain, a lot of misunderstanding, a lot of confusion, a lot of hurt, you know, but I'm going to just say, you got to go to your creator. Whomever you believe in, whomever you call God, you know, you have to believe that your life has purpose. So much pain, again, to whom much is given, much is required. And no, God doesn't want us all to be in pain all the time. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying that the journey and that walk, you got to build that up. God got to build you up for the things that your purpose. Your purpose might not even just be for your family. Your purpose might be for the world. You got people standing on platforms that's changing people's mindsets and lives day in and day out. This is their purpose. That is their calling. You think they ain't never been through no pain? Imagine that, okay? So what I'm just saying is that it hurts. You're going to have them days where you're like, God, am I really healing? It's going to be some days you healing, you feeling it. You like, oh, I'm doing my hair, keep my hair done. You know, I'm going to the gym, I'm working out. Ooh, I'm strong, I'm getting up there. I'm feeling it. I'm staying away from toxicity. I'm loving up on myself. We're going out. We're taking ourselves out to eat. We're just enjoying our time. We're just being us, just healing. And then it's going to be those days where you're like, God, what's going on? You know what's happening? Where we at with this? You're crying, you're sad, you're thinking, you're angry, you know, you're feeling stuck. It's going to be those days like that. But do know in those days, understand or figure out what's making you feel like that. Have you been triggered? Is it still something deep down inside that you need to work on? Do you have people around that's not loving you how you want to be loved, or the way you love? Sometimes you got to look at that too, your circle. Sometimes the circle is the circle that's making you feel something still ain't right. Y'all triggering me. You know, it's not giving what I give to y'all. That one-way love street. Sometimes you got to start fresh. Turn your phone off. Move to a new state. I moved to a whole new state. I moved to a whole new state. Okay? And it is not the easiest thing to do. I'm going to tell y'all. But, oh my gosh. If I could, he knows. Even through my pain and my reflective stages and episodes and moments of just reflection, and I'm crying, I'm sad or angry, it don't last too long, not like it used to do in my old state. Sometimes you really have to get away from everything to heal. And it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. Okay? That's just like you get a scar, right? You get a scar, you fall. See my dog friend? Okay, you get a scar, you fall. I mean, you get a scratch, you fall. Eventually, that scratch starts healing. It's scabbing. You might put a shirt on, or wherever the scab is, clothing brushes up against it, and it comes off. You're like, oh, what was that little pinch? That hurts, but at the same time, it's what? It's healing. All right? You gotta change your mindset. Sometimes you gotta detox. We so good at detoxing our bodies. We're detoxing our scalps. We're detoxing, you know, all the things out of our feet and on our hands and all kinds of different things, going to get the leeches and all that to suck on your feet to get the toxins out, all that stuff they got going on. But we have to detox our minds. We have to detox our hearts. It's okay to cry. It's okay to break down. Man, you can't scream in your house. You got a car. Go sit in that car. Roll them windows up. Baby, shut them doors. And scream. I'm going to lie to y'all. Sometimes I'm in my reflective moments. And I'm just crying. I'm talking to God. Just thinking. I be having to grab my pillow sometimes and just face down my pillow. Just scream. Like scream to the point like, you know, I can feel my body literally releasing so much emotion. And then I'm okay with that. I might say a prayer and go to sleep. Wake up feeling great. Some days I might wake up and I just feel, and I ain't all the way 100, not all the way 100%, but I got to get up, I got to push. That's the thing, y'all. Sometimes you gotta just push yourself. You gotta know that. You know how you know when you're healing? When you start being okay without the comfortability of things. When you start being okay without the comfortability of things, you got to a point where you're so comfortable with being uncomfortable sometimes, but not in a bad way. Excuse me. My family don't visit me in my new state. Nobody visits me. That's okay. I visited them, you know, multiple times, but no one comes to visit me. At first, I used to really be upset about it, but then I love my family to life. But I think it's just going to have to be, I have to start my own. And that's okay. I love my family to life. Wish them the best, no doubt. No questions about it. But I'm in a healing season. I can't keep trying to figure out why or when or, well, I would do this and I did this or I came to see you guys. I'm going to forever be stuck. You're the black sheep. You're the one who has to save yourself. You have to save the generations to come. You have to be the one to reach those places that have never been reached before. You have to show that things can change. And with change come a whole lot of pain. All right, but with the lessons come a whole lot of blessings. Yeah. You follow me, y'all? Things can change, but you have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Because if you're going to continue to be comfortable, you might as well just not even try to heal. Because that's going to keep you stuck. That's going to keep you in the same spaces that God is trying to get you out of. Some people never heal. Now, y'all look around. Think about some people you've seen and you're like, they're good people. I know they're good people. I know they can be great. They have so much potential. And they stuck. And they've been stuck for a long time. Sometimes people just give up. They living every day. They waking up every day, but they're not living. They waking up, but they're not thriving. They just here. They're just alive. They gave up. And I get it totally. I understand. It's hard. This walk is not for everybody. The journey is not for everybody. But you have to push and believe that God is going to heal you. That God is going to provide you with everything that you need to get through to your next season. When there's purpose in your life, oh man, when God puts purpose on you and anoints you to be who he's called you to be, you fighting every day. You in the rumble every day. You got to knock out these challenges. You got to be fit. You got to come ready. You got to know how to weave and bob every day, because the challenges, the spirits that try to come from the evil of the darkness of other entities see light on you, and it's a constant. They come to try to come destroy you. The devil comes to kill, steal, and destroy. All right, so you have to stay geared up. You have to be positive. Stay geared up. Trust God that he's gonna get you through. Pray, let it out. Show God, like, I'm ready to heal. I don't care what it takes. It's you and I, because healing hurts. But just because you're hurting don't mean you're not healing. You could do both. I'm doing both. All right. I woke up this AM, my eyes were swollen from crying all night. But look at me. I'm here talking to y'all. I'm here encouraging y'all because I'm healing. Last night I was hurting. Today I'm healing. I need to get it out. Y'all follow me? Believe in yourself. With anything that you want, anything that you need, God will provide it for you. You need a healing, God will provide it for you. You need a friend, God's going to provide it for you. You need just some words of encouragement. Here I am. You get what I'm saying? You probably scrolled across this video, probably was looking for some hair, or on YouTube, looking at some eyebrows, some makeup tutorials. And here I am telling you that healing hurts, but you can do it. Okay, you gotta trust yourself. You gotta know that God is real. You gotta trust God. You gotta know that God is real. And I said, God, sometimes I'm like, God, why am I not married? Why haven't I met my person? God, I know I deserve a person. And I reflect on my relationships. I'm like, was it always them? Or did you play a part in it too? You can't change what other people do. You can never change what somebody else's decisions are, what someone decides to do, if someone decides to love you incorrectly. But you can leave, but you can love you, but you can say, no, I'm healing. I don't have time to deal with that, been there, done that, moving forward. You can do that. All right, you can be the one who decides not to be toxic, even though that person's being toxic. Can't control what nobody else does, though. And I had to think, I said, God, I always pray this prayer. I said, God, I don't want to hurt the person you have for me. I don't want to create a life of trauma for my person nor my children that they have to heal from something I caused. I don't want to take my frustrations out on my children to where as though the words that I have said And the way I have acted towards them has scorned them and hurt them and caused them to have to go on the healing journey that I'm now struggling on myself. I don't want to be that person to people anymore. I have been that person to many people. And if any of you guys ever come across this video, hey, I do apologize. Wholeheartedly, I do apologize. All right? And that's what you can do in life. Sometimes you apologize and you pray, and that the people you have hurt in life forgives you one day, and you be a better person in life. So sometimes I ask God those questions and God answers them quickly. You like, watch this. Something happens. I have a cat and a dog. Papaya and Prince. Sometimes they do something and I see myself get a little anxious or a little loud in my tone. People might think it's strange, but that's right there. It's practice. My animals can't talk. They depend on me. My children are going to be babies and depend on me. You know, I got to be able to, in my times of frustration, still nurture them, still talk to them in a loving, caring way, still try to understand that they're not old enough to articulate how they're feeling. I have to be the one to teach them that in a healthy way. I have to be the one who pours into my partner, loves my partner. I don't want to cause any pain on my partner. Everyone has a story. Everyone has a story. I've been in toxicity for far too long. I'm healing and I'm hurting, but I pray that my partner is on their journey, if they're hurting right now, to healing. You know, and I want us to, when the time is right and the good Lord sees fit, for us to come together, and that we are healing each other even more, that we're giving each other an experience that we may have never had before. We all deserve some true love, y'all. We all deserve it. I don't really know what your story is, what your backstory is, what you're fighting, what demons you're fighting right now, where you're at in life, but you can do this, okay? You will do this. Trust yourself, trust God first. Even if you never prayed before, you might feel awkward, right? Just be, hey God, I want to learn how to start praying. Hey God, just want to say hi. Hey God, do you hear me? God, please show me a sign and let me know if you hear me. Never too late. I promise you, He's going to show you. He's going to show up. He's going to show out, as He always does. It's just the God we serve. But be patient with yourself. Healing hurts. But just because you're hurting does not mean you're healing. All right? And I pray that you are having such a blessed and abundant day. Have a blessed and abundant rest of your week. Again, just keep pushing. Keep moving forward. You got this. Just keep healing. Just keep loving. Just keep pushing. Just keep in mind, even when it gets hard, you know that things are supposed to be different in life, and you're willing to strive until that's your reality. Because it's a thing. It really is. You can grow up in the most toxic areas, environments, and move and make a whole new change. And then the past just becomes the past. All right? So God bless y'all. If you're not having a great day, I pray that tomorrow is better. Stay in prayer. Stay prayed up. May God protect you all. All right? And that's all I got, y'all. Till next time.